Alright, the third part of our upper body mechanics is your top hand extension. When we talk about top hand extension, we're talking about your power hand right here. If you're a right-handed hitter, your top hand, which is one that's on top when you're holding the bat, that's why it's called top hand, this is your power hand. Okay, so we want to work on top hand extension. If you're a left-handed hitter, this is your top hand, all right? Your left hand, that's your power hand. So once we've tilted the shoulders, we've tucked the back elbow, okay, now we're going to focus on getting top hand extension through the ball. What that means is the right hand is the hand that delivers the blow to the baseball. It's not the bottom hand. It's not this hand. A lot of hitting coaches teach people to pull the knob towards the ball, like so. That's going against everything that we've already established that we want to do. We want the hips to lead the swing. When I pull the top hand, or when I pull the bottom hand forward, now my hips aren't leading the swing the way that we want them to. We've lost that separation that we've already defined as distance from the knob to the hip. Not much separation here, okay? This is good separation. Also, when we take the knob forward, we tend to have too steep of a swing, which means that we're going down the ball too much, okay? Or we're staying too vertical. I'll also say that, staying too vertical. I usually say staying too steep though. So once we've opened up the hips, we've tilted the shoulders, we tucked the top hand, now it's time to get the top hand to the baseball. Most important part of hitting is get the barrel to the ball. Get the barrel to the ball. All right, and we'll talk about that with hitting inside pitches, hitting away pitches, hitting any type of pitch, it's getting the barrel to the ball. So that's what we're working on now, is we're in a good position to get the barrel to the ball. Do not pull with the bottom hand, rather have your top hand deliver the barrel. What we don't want to do, we don't want to come out and around like that. We call that early extending or casting. We don't want to stab where we take the knob forward like this. Okay, we want hands stay right there. Rotate your hips, and as you rotate your hips, let your top hand release the barrel going forward like that. A lot of good things happen when we do that. Watch from straight on here. Hips have opened me up. My hands are nice and close. Now as I rotate, I take my top hand forward. Do not come around, do not stab, don't come across this way. Go straight forward with your top hand, okay? And then this hand, we call it putting the brakes on the bottom hand. That means that this hand's going to brace right there, and my top hand comes flying forward. Doesn't come flying around, it comes flying forward. What happens when we do that is think of like a car, okay? If you're in the back seat and you're not wearing a seatbelt, somebody slams on the brakes, and you're in the back seat, you're going to come flying forward, right? Because that front part has braced and all the impact then, all the inertia of the backside comes flying forward. It's the same idea of like a catapult. The bottom is braced, the backside comes flying through with the bottom of it being braced. That's going to create a lot of power. Same exact thing with our swing. If the hips are flying around, this arm is braced right here, and now the top hand comes flying forward, it creates a lot of power through the ball. If this knob continues to kind of slide forward or slide across, that's going to lead to less power. So we need this knob to brace up, meaning this arm doesn't keep coming like this, it stops. Okay? Now, I can rotate. Right here I'm rotating, right? But this arm is staying right here. That's what we're talking about. This arm stays right here, top hand comes flying forward. Think of it like this, at contact. When you watch most major league hitters at contact, what you're going to see is their left arm across their chest like this. Okay? It's braced up against the chest right here. It's usually not going to be like that, way away from them. The reason why this hand's not bracing at that point, if I'm way out here, kind of like an O with my arms, now I'm coming off the ball and I lose a lot of power. So we need this to brace up so that top hand can come flying forward with the barrel. All right. A couple things to think about with that. We talk about extending through the ball. So catch the ball out front, caught it out front, now extend through it. We call this the power V position because my arms are extended, they make a V with the barrel pointing at the pitcher. Don't have your barrel dragging like that. So my arms are in a V, but my barrel's way behind still. And it's not coming around until out here. A lot of hitters do that too. Usually because stuff earlier in the swing has led to it. But just remember, get to that power V position. So if you want to try and keep it really simple, go from the beginning of your swing and get to that position. Power V, arms extended, barrel pointing at the pitcher, and you're going to be doing a lot of things right if you're able to get to that position. So again, with top hand, we're talking about tucking and tilting and tucking at the beginning. Get that hand flat. Get to your power position where this hand's provided that break right there. That should be a palm up, palm down position, not here. It's rolled over, so we want to be palm up, palm down, and then get to your power V out front. After that, how you follow through, I don't really care. You can follow through high, you can follow through lower, follow through one hand, two hand, I don't really care. I usually recommend people follow through with two hands because it's easier to find like a spot to finish at. For me, I used to try and think about taking like the tape, you know, like maybe where your pine tar line is. Take the tape on your bat to the shoulder right here, okay? Because then I could almost hit the same spot every time. So I knew, okay, at least that's a consistent ending point. You don't want your follow through one swing to be down here, next one up there, next one here, one-handed, one, two, you know, try and keep it somewhat consistent so at least you don't have to worry about that part of your swing. There's enough other things to worry about.